Hi, I'm Georgia Mancy and I'm pregnant. You can probably tell by the title, I'm an 18-year-old and yeah. So I made a little Instagram a couple months ago called the MK Fam, which is what this channel is called. And I've basically been documenting my story, my journey so far of being a teenage mother, even though she's not out yet. It's a girl. I'm 23 weeks currently, and yeah, I've been itching to make a YouTube. It's something I've always wanted to do. I'm just gonna say it. I watch all the time. Yeah, I've got my Instagram, might as well have a YouTube. Here's the thing, like, when you start a YouTube, like, what are you meant to upload? Like, I don't know. Like, am I meant to introduce myself? Like, hi? And if you know me already, if you follow my Instagram, well, thanks. If not, go follow it. I'll put the link down below, I'll put the name somewhere if I know how to do that, because I don't know what I'm doing. So let's start from the beginning, basically. So I found out that I was pregnant in April. Me and my boyfriend, we were in Bali, believe it or not, having the time of our lives. There's little old me and I'm getting all these symptoms. We had been there for about a week. I was due on my period the day after we were meant to arrive, if that makes any sense. I missed my period. Alarm bells, which for some reason we were convinced, absolutely convinced I was fine. I was just late. It's the humidity. You just don't think, do you? Like, you just do not think that it's gonna be you. I was getting backache, but it wasn't quite period pains. It was different and it was more intense. Brilliant. I started being like, this isn't normal. I had my nipples. Jesus Christ. I honestly, like, even now, I cannot even explain the pain. I am naturally, like, a bigger bust. I've got a heavier breast area. It hurts. Like, we'd be walking around Bali, 35 degrees, and, like, you know when you get cold and your nipples just, like, are on fire? That's what it was. And I was like, this isn't right. I was tired all the time, like, my sleep was horrendous. I couldn't sleep, yet I was absolutely exhausted. I can't really remember everything that I felt, because it was about 4 months ago now. But yeah, I essentially came to the point where I just looked up all the symptoms. I just typed in pregnancy symptoms, and I had every single one of them. Every single one. I hadn't thrown up though. That was the one thing that I hadn't done, and which made me convince myself that I wasn't pregnant. We get to this hotel and there was a pharmacy next door. Now realistically, that was a sign. So we took that sign and we went and got a pregnancy test. And would you believe it? It was positive. I'll insert the photo of my pregnancy test right here. And all of this, when you take a pregnancy test, wait 2 minutes bullshit. I'm sorry. But as the piss dripped down that stick, the 2 lines just like, they just popped up. Like, I didn't have to wait 2 minutes. I literally pissed on the stick, looked at it, there was the 2 lines. I was like, right, brilliant. That's ruined my meal, but... So yeah, that's basically how I found out. After that, we were only halfway through our holiday, so as you can probably believe, it put a lot of pressure. I just, we were just shit scared. And I think that's the bluntest way that I can put it. Like, I've never felt so vulnerable in my life. I've never felt so like helpless. Because I was in Bali, I was on the other side of the world, it was just me and Charlie. Like, what do you do? Like, I didn't want to ring my mum and be like, Mum, I'm pregnant. Like, it's just not, it's not something that you can really imagine yourself. Like, Charlie told his mum straight away, and I've never cried so much on the phone to someone. Like, I've never actually wailed as much as I did to his mother. Like, when we were away, we didn't want to make any decisions. I think it was a subject that was quite avoided. It had happened and we had been like, right, well, there's nothing we can do here now. So we just kind of had to wait till we got home. We got home, I had told one of my mates, two actually, no, I told two of my mates. They were the only people that knew from my behalf. And I couldn't, like every time I spoke about it, I pretty much cried. Like, I'd wail. Like, it's one of them things I don't think you're ever gonna understand until you're in it. Getting pregnant for me had always been something, if it happened, just get rid of it, carry on with my life. But when you're in it, I can't even describe how different it is. The hormones, it makes you think completely differently. Like, I literally mother my friends now. Mother them. Anyway, back to the story. But yeah, I told my mum, well, after literally, I couldn't, as soon as I got home, I think she knew something was up. I think she knew something was a bit different, but she didn't know. And obviously I had to tell her, I had to, and I have never been so scared in my life. I genuinely thought I was gonna get disowned. Like, I'm the youngest in my family. And coming home, saying to your mother, who has no grandkids, hi mum, I'm pregnant. Like, it's not, I mean, it's not exactly a dream thing, I don't think, that your parents are gonna have. I literally, it was a nice day luckily, so I just camped out in the garden until mum had finished her chores, finished running around the house, and just came and sat down. I literally waited about 2 hours, just sat in the garden, shitting myself. She sat down and I was sat there for about 5 minutes, just in silence, just like, I didn't know how to start. I didn't know how to kind of break the news. And I just remember going, Mum, and I literally burst into tears. And she literally just grabbed me and just went, you're pregnant, aren't you? And I was like, yeah. It's just a motherly thing, I guess. You know, I'm gonna experience that in the next 20 years. But yeah, and she literally just said to me, she was like, it's gonna be okay. You've got options. We'll get you someone to speak to, like, we'll find some advice. Like, you've got no pressure. And she was so reassuring, so amazing. My dad was amazing. Like, my parents sat me and Charlie down, so did his parents, and they literally just said, like, we're gonna support you no matter what, and it's your decision. We're gonna love that child if you decide to keep it, and if you don't, carry on with your lives, and we won't make a thing about it. So I think that, like, there was no pressure. There was absolutely no pressure. I don't know, I think for me, and I know, like, we had a conversation, me and Charlie, we had a conversation, and it was just one of them things, like, I don't think I would have ever forgiven myself if I did get rid of the baby. I stand to that, and I will stand to that to the day I die. Like, if I think everything happens for a reason, and I think it's going to be one of the most incredible things. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be incredible. And honestly, I think when we found out, I was about 4 weeks, and I was probably about 10, 11 weeks when we decided to keep it. So we took our time, and it was very back and forth. Lots of arguments, lots of tears. But we've made the decision now. I'm here. I'm 23 weeks on Monday. It's just crazy. But yeah, I'm feeling her kick. The past 2 weeks, I've started feeling her kick. I've not had any cravings, which is weird. Well, not weird. I don't know if it's weird. I've never done this before. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can, kind of. Like, I feel like a whale. I literally feel like a fucking whale. But I'm pregnant. Of course I'm gonna feel like a whale. My boobs have got bigger, which is my worst nightmare in the world. My arse has got flatter, which you wouldn't actually. No, it's not actually. I'm gonna stand by myself here. I have a flat arse, but it has got a little bit peachier. Like, I don't think I've put on weight. The only place that I put on weight is here, like here, and I don't think I've put on weight anywhere else. I weighed myself the other day, and altogether I've put on 3 pounds. 3 pounds so far. I'm in my 2nd trimester, and I've put on 3 pounds in 4.5 months. Like, my mum with me, she puts on 3 stone. I've put on 3 pounds so far, and some of that is the baby. So I literally was told so many things by my friends to talk about, and I'm sat here and I'm literally waffling. I'm waffling. I think that's all I can really cover for today without taking it too far and without this being the longest and most boring video in the world. So comment down below, DM me, or follow my Instagram firstly, because I'm gonna start putting suggestion things on my Instagram story where you can just type in the little box. Give me an idea. I might do like a Q&A or something. I don't know. It's not like I'm famous or anything. This is literally my first video. But yeah, any help will be an absolute gem. Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Any suggestions, please, 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 please help me, because I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. But I want to do this. I need to buy a camera. I'm literally on my phone right now. But we'll just work with it. Next time I film, I'll film in the day because it's literally night. So I've got a lamp. I've got my fairy lights. I hope you enjoyed. If there's anything you want to ask me or anything you want to know, we'll cover it in the next video. And yeah. And I'll see you in the next video.